Another episode of the Flex Zone, episode 56. Welcome. Welcome to the Flex Zone, where you can get your sports how you want it, when you need it. Tonight's episode is a review of Week 3 in the NFL, and we conclude with Week 4 picks. Go like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us and comment on Twitter and Instagram at The Flex Zone 1. I'm your host, Mikhail Ramos, and as always, I have my wonderful guys with me, Dre, Cravante, Byron, Roger. What's up, though?
What it is.
What up, what up?
What's goody?
We have our intern filling in as our guest today. Corey, welcome to the mic. Welcome to the crew. Are you ready?
Yes.
That's it.
No, that's it. You heard what he said. Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
Jeez, I thought he was going to come in like Meek or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's go. So we're going to first start MLB. We got to honor a legend here. Lawrence Peter Yogi Berra, the great New York Yankee catcher. He was also a coach, a manager, died at the age of 90. Joe Torre has some great words for him. This American treasure leaves us behind a legacy of kindness and respect for all. We celebrate his uncanny ability to make people smile. 19 seasons in Major League Baseball, all but the last for the Yankees. 8-time All-Star, 10 World Series champions as a player. Damn, that's a lot. Batting average, .285, 358 career home runs, and 1,430 batted in. Only one of 5 players to win the American League Most Valuable Player Award 3 times, inducted in the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1972, revered by most as one of the best catchers in baseball history. May he rest in peace. Dre, Yankee man, your words.
I mean, we're definitely going to miss a legend. I remember on First Take last year that they were doing their top 5 Yankees, and Skip and Stephen A. got into a debate as to that number 5 slot, whether or not to put Jeter on or Yogi Berra. And just like Stephen A. Smith, I'll admit, as a Yankees fan, I was ignorant as to how great he actually was. To be a 10-time world champion, that's just something unheard of in today's modern era with sports. It's still a record as far as baseball. The fact to actually have that, has 3 MVPs, the most by a catcher. Like you said, 5 times he was actually in the MVP race. He was really just a great player, and just because of the time that he played, we really overlook how great he really was. But it kind of reminds me of we need to honor these legends while we have them.
Joe Torre has some interesting words for him. Let's talk about, a lot of people forget about how players are actually still human. He talked about his kindness, his ability to be a good person. How is that good to always remember that? Got to remember the guy first before you remember the stats.
Yeah, and he was.
So that means he made an impact.
He was a really good guy, and he was really high on character. You had mentioned that he used to be a manager of the Yankees, and it was a time when George Steinbrenner said that he wasn't going to fire Yogi Berra, and then he actually fired him, and then he didn't even do it himself. He got the general manager to do it. So then he had a falling out with the Yankees where he wouldn't even come to Yankees games, but then him and Steinbrenner were able to actually patch things up, and they were able to give him the proper honoring that he really deserved.
Byron, you're a baseball guy. What does losing a legend like this mean to the sport?
It's a big loss for the game of baseball, and I think, as Dre was touching on, he was an entertaining person. A lot of people remember his yogiisms or his funny sayings that, kind of came off as a lighthearted, funny person, but when it came time to play on the field, he was big time. And looking at some of the numbers, 13-time World Series champion, not only 10 as a player, but 3 as a manager, 3-time MVP, batted .285, second ballot Hall of Famer. And I think people forget he was a great manager as well. He actually took the Mets team to the World Series as well. And I think you saw just being a baseball god in a sense. And I think that he's one of the 5 greatest Yankees even before this debate, and I think he's definitely going to be remembered for not only what he did on the field, but off the field and being an ambassador and living that long, being age 90, and kind of had that New York swag to him as well, if you think about it.
St. Louis got him.
But being from St. Louis, so it was definitely fit like a glove in a sense. So he will be missed, and rest in peace.
his funeral, when you go out like that, that's the kind of funeral you want to have because he pulled everybody out. You saw Derek Jeter, Posada, you saw everybody. Let's talk about the storied franchise. It takes a lot to be a Yankee, to be part of the Yankees. A lot of people can't handle being a Yankee. What do you think being a part of that club represents?
I mean, it's a special club. I mean, just to have, a franchise that has 27 world championships and you got 10 of them, that's big. And so he really influenced, the start of that dynasty really to have the Yankees have that many world championships and to have somebody that great, is really remarkable, and he definitely will be missed.
Are there any other notable mentions in any other organizations that we need to kind of sort of pay attention to? We talk about the Yankees, but we also got to talk about some Red Sox or something, or to that degree. Anybody else? No.
Really, Yankees, and you're going to mention the Red Sox?
I mean, I have to. Okay, sorry.
I mean, the Yankees are on the verge of their 10,000 wins as a franchise, so if they win tonight,
we can't always talk about
they'll
the Yankees.
be in rare air. So, I mean, in a sense, it's Yogi Berra. You got to let him be great. I mean, next week we'll get into playoff matchups and things like that, which is another story. But right now, you got to let him have that day. Yogi Berra is one of the greatest Yankees, one of the greatest players of all time, and probably one of the best catchers as well.
Yankees in action right now. Can I get a score on that? Are they still playing? Somebody, eventually?
I mean, with this rain, are they getting the game in?
It was on before we started the show.
Okay.
Anywho, I'm going to take a break. I know this is a quick one, but we have to take a break because guess what? When we come back, NFL. But rest in peace, Yogi Berra. You will be missed. This is the Flex Zone. We'll be right back.
7-4.
Damn it.
Let's see.
All right.
7-4. All right, I'm going to talk about it.
The Blue Jays clinch it. I'm tired of this race going on.
Me too.
The Blue Jays are about to just clinch this.
Yes,
shit.
they
I'll
are.
talk it out.
Thank you.
Told you that.
Fuck.
The hell? I told you that. Gosh.
I don't know who the hell going to the World
What's the
Series in the
307
NL.
number?
Yo,
Where
that's
goes
probably
the-
the craziest division.
Because I'm so torn between the Mets and the Dodgers. I'm so torn. Like, you could rip me in half. You can make a case of both of them.
Got a chance?
I think they do.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be in St. Louis. That's my automatic pick right
But you
there.
get Greinke and Kershaw against all of those
know what,
pitchers.
though? You know what, though?
Exactly.
I
They're
think-
just as good as the whole Mets rotation.
But Kershaw doesn't pitch in the playoffs. That's
Yes, that's the question.
That's a problem.
But-
Right. But I think he's going to get the monkey off his
Cubs
back.
peaked a little too early. I don't believe in the Pirates.
That's the question. Like, I think the Cardinals'
It's gonna be the
injuries.
Cubs, yeah,
I think the Cardinals' injuries are going to get them in the end because they got too many people hurt. But I think that Mets Dodgers series
All right.
is going to be interesting.
Oh, that's gonna be. We're actually going to see some actual good baseball this time around.
Hella
Well,
good
last year
baseball.
was pretty good too.
It was real good last year, but this year,
oh my gosh.
and then the AL too, because the AL y'all might.
On next week.
Well, the
start
end of the
of,
regular season is Sunday, so next week starts the playoffs.
Tuesday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it'll be the
is it
wild
Monday or
card.
is it
It'll be Tuesday. I think it'll be the wild
It's the
card.
First wild card.
But it might be a 3-team tie for the AL wild card, so that'd be
All
crazy.
right, I think I'll. Yeah, 50. All right, I'll go in now. Welcome back to the Flex Zone. I asked you, Roger, for a score. The Yankees are in action. What's the score on that game and who they play?
The Yankees are playing the Red Sox, and the score is 7-4 Red Sox.
I heard you guys in the break going in on the end of the season. Any thoughts you want to tell the people? Because next week we'll really get into it.
I mean, the start of Major League Baseball playoffs, it's really a toss-up as to who will really win this whole thing.
I love it.
Everybody thinks it's somebody from the NL, but you really just don't know who can win. And that's one thing I really love about baseball. You just, honestly, you never know. And that element of unknown is what makes the sport so great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Besides the NCAA tournament, this might be up there like one of the most exciting playoffs in sports because we don't know. And that's the whole not knowing is half the fun. You know what I'm saying? Us trying to find out, you know what I'm saying, who win in these series and stuff. It's really exciting. I can't wait.
Corey, you kind of quiet back there. You a baseball guy? What
Yeah,
you
I
think
do
about
like
the end of the
baseball.
season?
I mean, I think it's going to be good. You're looking at the NL, you got the Dodgers or the top teams. Obviously, in the AL, you have the Blue Jays. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I don't think we can count the Orioles out right now. They're only about
They've
four.
been eliminated.
They are-
They've
oh,
been eliminated.
they were.
Yeah. Clean out your lockers,
It
fellas.
just
Clean out your lockers.
happened.
when they got swept over the weekend.
Yeah, that was
lost
it.
yesterday,
That was it.
the
It was over in August once they lost like 9 in a row, like not like 18 out of 20.
Got shut out the Red Sox this weekend. So
how devastating is it to go from the season they had last year to come here this year? And it's just.
Well, I mean, it really
it's like bipolar.
But it shows you team chemistry too, because that was a team that had a Nelson Cruz. You didn't re-sign him, and then you see the mix-up in the lineup. Sometimes where you place people in the lineup, it helps other people. And them not having Nelson Cruz, I think that really hurt that lineup with their hitting.
Roger, Byron, anything to contribute? Baseball, almost over.
He pretty much just
going in October.
I'm excited. We'll talk about it next week. I'm ready to get it going.
We will. Let's talk about Week 3, shall we? Couple notable mentions that are now 0-3. Kind of weird. First off, we got to start with the home team. Let's start with the Ravens. Unfamiliar territory in Baltimore.
Never happened.
Lost to division rival Cincinnati Bengals 28-24. Andy Dalton throws 7-yard TD pass to A.J. Green with the 2:10 left in the game to seal that one. Joe Flacco, 32 of 49, 362 yards. Big day for him, 2 touchdowns. But it wasn't enough. Only existing NFL team never to start 0-3. A decade before, they were 0-2 to start a season. What's the remedy in Baltimore?
The remedy is panic, pretty much.
We weren't panicking last week. Now we're panicking. You know how many must-win games Tony Gonzalez said last week was a must-win. And this week he laughed at it.
The reason why you panicked this week is because, Jimmy Smith was bad against Amari Cooper the week before, but this week he has his own highlight reel of how bad he was by getting burned by every receiver he covered.
Speaking of that, we have a new segment. Not really a segment, but you got to give somebody the game ball, and then you got to give them a not-so-game ball.
Oh, man.
So I want you to think about that before we in Week 3. Go ahead, Roger.
Not-so-game ball goes to
Jimmy Smith. But
that's just that's probably everybody's pick.
Yeah, Jimmy was horrible, but
Dang,
it wasn't just Jimmy though. The whole team started off slow. Joe was did his usual 1-2 step, and Justin Forsett couldn't get no yards, and the wide receivers couldn't get open except Steve Smith, who should get the game ball of being the most dominant on the field, besides A.J. Green, of course. But the Ravens are in every game, and they don't know how to finish. And that's the problem.
And they're losing at the last minute, too, it seems. Every game, it's been a matter of 26 seconds, 28 seconds, 2 minutes.
And the sad part was the Bengals actually had a chance to just close the game out early, and they just kept us around.
But you know what? That's the Bengals in a nutshell.
That is true.
They do that every year.
Yeah.
They do well throughout the season.
Yep.
And towards the end, that's when they hit a little rocky part. And then they go into the playoffs still on that rocky part. And we know what happens after that.
You say that often. Is it too early to assess the Bengals?
Oh, no, well, shoot. With Big Ben out, they're definitely the best team in the North.
But a lot of people have been saying they have had a lot of injuries as of the last couple seasons. So now that everybody's healthy, this is a different Bengals team. This is a team that can go far in the postseason if they do.
Wow, hey. Pump those brakes. Far in the postseason. No? I need a dub. I need at least one win. That's all I need.
Andy Dalton, man. They showed pictures of him in each of his playoff losses. That was sad. Anyways, Byron, your interpretation of the Ravens is always a little bit different.
You was there, Byron.
You were there.
I was there. My first Ravens game.
What did you say? You were shouting at them to cover AJ?
Like, you saw it. You saw something before it happened. You saw a frame ahead, and I was good game. I knew the Ravens would come back, but one thing I was talking about off air, 3 things that stood out to me. There's no leadership, and I think we touched on that last week. No killer instinct, because I really can't remember a time in my young life in which the Ravens have blown consistent fourth-quarter leads, and they have in every game so far. And then I think the other thing is identity. They don't have an identity. They can't really run the ball, so they get predictable in a situation where they don't have a lot of weapons. Steve Smith is great, but he can only do so much. He needed IVs in the game. He was doing so much, so he definitely gave it his all.
Wasn't he throwing up? They said he was
the defense. The defense can't get a pass rush. We can't really cover anybody. Special teams, we don't have any burst. When you lose all 3 phases of the game, in a sense, you're going to lose more times than you win. So it's kind of tough to watch that happen.
And the number one thing that of all that kills teams, penalties. We had like 11 penalties for 160, no, not 160, but 106 yards, pretty much.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Yo, in the first half, I couldn't tell who was at home, man.
Me neither.
Baltimore wasn't getting any calls.
It was
in the first half,
flags.
no calls.
Yeah, some of the calls were a little hit or miss.
They had
But
like over 20 penalties in total in that game.
yeah, but
No, that was combined.
we as Ravens fans, we're used
Yeah,
to not
combined.
being the best friends of the refs, so I just live with it.
Let's talk about culture. I mean, you said you being at the game. You know, everybody, this city lives and breathes the Ravens. It goes as they go. So Mondays haven't been very easy. It's been very crabby. How is the aura in that stadium? Do fans believe that this isn't their season? This is the season to have.
You got to think about it though. Football is a crazy game, just like most sports. We could easily be 3-0, but we're 0-3. And I think the question is, give me a second here, guys. Who's going to turn it around out of the Ravens, Lions, Bears, Saints? I think we all agree it's the Ravens, if anybody. But think about it. Cincinnati, they're up 3 games in the division.
Don't speak
But
for me, Byron.
Do you really trust Cincinnati down the stretch? I'm just looking at the schedule. They have some tough games coming up. So they have this week Kansas City, but they have to play next 3 weeks after that. Seahawks, Bills, Steelers. They got to play the Texans still, at the Cardinals. Got to play the Rams. So there's some games where they could falter down the stretch. And you look at the Steelers. Big Ben out 4 to 6 weeks. He is a workout warrior. He may come back earlier, but they may lose some games with Vic. They could win some games with Vic. So the Ravens aren't dead yet, but it is definitely time to this week, if any time to make a move, they have to make one now because this division is still wide open. But I think only one team eventually probably comes out of this division because the competition in the AFC East has definitely grown to where they make it 2 wild cards.
So we're not throwing out the white flag yet.
No, I
Not
mean, because
quite.
like Byron said, I mean, easily they honestly could be 3-0. They have been in every single game, and it's always been, well, the first game, it was the offense that didn't show up.
Exactly.
The second game, it was the defense that didn't show up. And in this
third
game,
game,
it was
the
the defense that didn't show up.
Yeah.
So it's always
Actually,
it's
Well, it was like the first half, the
Actually,
offense
it
didn't
was-
show up. It was like they all just fell apart at one time. Yeah.
But I mean, you can easily point to one thing or the other, but it's really I really say more so it's the defense more so than the offense because the offense seems to
good
be
you say
there.
that because
I don't know
It
about
seemed
that.
like they're a little bit unstable. It's not used to be a Ravens team unstable. Corey, I want to bring you into the mix. Joe Flacco, 362 yards, hasn't been that shabby, but he's not enough. We always talk about how the Ravens, no Ed Reed, no Ray Lewis, and we don't have our one guy. Sizzle. Don't have
How
Sizzle.
do you forget about Sizzle?
Because I couldn't brain fart, couldn't get it. But anyways, and everybody tried to downplay that, saying, "Oh, we don't need Terrell Suggs, and we got this, we got that." But obviously, your defense predicates your offense. So if we don't, is Joe the new leader?
I mean, he's got to be. You look at quarterbacks around the league, and you're a quarterback. It's your job to take control of your team. You look at a Tom Brady, a Peyton Manning, any elite quarterback. When they want to be elite, it's their job to step up and take over the team. It's his time. He's 30 years old. This is his prime. If he wants to show the world that, yeah, I'm an elite quarterback, he's got the Super Bowl MVP. He's got some stats to back it up. He's got the wins. This is his chance. If he really wants to put cement himself in a top 5, top 10 quarterback, then I think it's his time to show I can step up. I can be the leader. I can take a team from 0-3 and lead us to the playoffs.
Let's move on, shall we? The Lions, also 0-3. They are defeated by the Broncos 24-12. Matt Stafford, 31-45 for 282 yards. Calvin Johnson, 8 receptions, 77 yards. Off to worst start since 2010, where they finished 6-10. What's, crazy. This city, known for a lot of cars, but there's not a lot of rolling going on in Motown. What's going on?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I was having a conversation with a friend a couple days ago, actually yesterday, that out of all the quarterbacks that we scrutinize, Matthew Stafford seems to be the one that always misses it. We never get on Matthew Stafford like we do all the other quarterbacks.
Don't worry. He's about to get on.
When he was a number 1 pick, if I'm not mistaken, number 1 overall pick. But he's not catching none of the flack that even, dare I say, Cutler, Romo, any of the other guys.
He would continue to lose as much as Andy Dalton loses.
And it's crazy because he doesn't win as much as Andy Dalton. So look at that.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? So, but right there, because Matthew Stafford, I've been waiting for Matthew Stafford for a couple years now. You got the best receiver in the league. Well, I don't know about right now.
No,
but
not
a
anymore.
couple years ago,
yo,
he had the best receiver in the league.
nice plug because we'll be talking about our top 5 wide receivers
Yes, we
later.
will.
But
Yes,
shout
we
out
will.
to my man Byron. But when have we really believed in the Lions?
We never did.
I mean, and I
never
feel
did.
and
Or
when
did we
I'm
just
thinking-
believe him because of Megatron? And Megatron
The thing
This
is,
You can't call him Megatron
like
right now.
He's very minimal.
You can't call him Megatron.
Cavante made a good
Calvin
point.
Johnson.
He's a regular guy.
He's Calvin Johnson.
He's just, I mean, that's a good
They
point.
took
too, that
they
he's
took
just
the
Cal-
all spot from him. It's just.
But the
Calvin
thing
Johnson.
is, Cavante is right in the comparison with Andy Dalton because both teams, the Bengals and the Lions, are very talented, but yet neither team can just get over this hump. It's like they can make it to the dance.
But now that's the thing is there are different humps. The Lions just made it win. How many times have the Lions been in the playoffs?
They've
in the
only
past
been
5
there
years?
twice with Stafford, and they've lost both times.
Andy, now the Cincinnati Bengals have no problem getting to the playoffs. It's winning when they get there. It's two different humps here.
Anybody can take this one. We talk about identity. And Ravens don't have no identity. Ndamukong Suh leaving. Did that make them lose their identity?
They lost Sue
No,
and
no.
And
then
Nick
they lose
Fairley.
for-
And
Fairley.
Fairley.
So you don't have attitude on that.
Actually,
on that
what's
team.
really just bothering the Ravens and the Lions is the run game. The Lions, they lost, of course, Reggie Bush, but Jaguar Bell only has 20 yards, and he's the starting running back. That says something right there. Only 20
You
yards.
find that hilarious?
That is hilarious. That's funny.
3 games, only 20 yards.
But it's funny
The
and like
rookie
a
has more yards.
Because I mean, I'm just saying that's
When you can't
literally
run-
one of us could go out there
when
for
you
20
can't run the
yards.
ball-
Come on,
We
20
got-
yards.
do that.
In 3 games, I get that.
But when you can't run the
I
ball,
get that, baby. Give me his
Combined.
contract. I can get that. Three games. I get that.
but check this out: when you can't run the ball, it is hard
Yes, it is.
to keep the lead, to keep the momentum going. Passing and pass. I mean, the defenses know what you're doing pretty much if you cannot run the ball.
Up
And
is a
that's
pass
the
sack.
worst. When you become predictable as an
Right.
offense,
Yeah.
that's when the house comes down.
It's not even that. Look, 2 words, Ndamukong Suh. When you went to Detroit, when you played Detroit, you thought about what the hell is Ndamukong Suh going to do this week? Is he going to rip my helmet off? Is he going to kick me in my groin? Is he going to slam me to the ground? That fear that he put into people's hearts had a lot to do with what they did defensively.
So you-
So
Offensively,
you're saying their identity is lost
it's
without him?
they don't have leadership.
So you're telling
and
me-
then I think when you look at their team, you're not scared of nobody on that
So you
defense.
telling me Nada is soft? That's what you trying to tell me?
Nada is old. The Ravens always do a great
think-
job of getting rid of people before it's too late. They get rid of them too early before it's too late.
And
That's one thing
and
they
what
do
happened
well.
when that injury happened? The who came in to fill in Nada's spot?
Yeah, Brandon Williams and Jernigan been playing great. They did
Yeah,
flash very
yeah.
well on Sunday. They
I
did
mean,
a
and
hell
it
of a
showed the
job.
Ravens. Look, we don't need Nada,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was
They're
easy
run-
to
I mean,
trade
they
him.
run stuff.
Exactly. Those two together, they're just as good as anybody. But
it was the Lions' bread and butter was defense. They don't have Nick Fairley, nor do they have Ndamukong Suh.
Actually,
when you don't have either one of
It
those
wasn't
guys,
really deep. It was more offense.
And
no,
Nick Fairley.
but, I mean, offensively, we talked about them, but defensively is what we really talked about the Lions.
Because
those were the stars.
they were actually a top 10 defense last
That's
year.
like
That's what
J.J.
helped.
Watt
and
going
a
to another
great
team.
defensive line as well. But Nick
Yeah.
Fairley, it's funny. Nick Fairley is with the Rams, and he's not even starting.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's how crazy that
But
line is.
sadly, you see kind of like, did Megatron make Matthew Stafford? Because like Megatron isn't the same. We don't know what's going on. And it's like Matthew Stafford isn't the same. We don't know what's going on. It's like
It's-
same old Detroit.
It's
Is
like-
it internal issues? Are they arguing we just don't know yet?
Matthew Stafford is just an ordinary guy now. Pretty
He's
much.
been
He's
an
like
ordinary
It's like
guy.
Boy Meets
I think
World.
he's been an
What's that
ordinary
Corey?
I just think it's a group of
remember that guy from the
quarterbacks.
Saints called Aaron Brooks, who had like maybe 3 good years and faded
I-
off to the sunset.
I do remember that guy.
That's what Matthew Stafford
Corey,
looks
you
like.
got nothing?
And that
The
sucks.
Lions, what you got?
Yes.
I mean, the Lions, I don't know. You look at them, I think, again, they have a lot of the same problems like the Ravens. Like he said, no running game. And when you don't have that, they're having some trouble. I think Calvin Johnson, he's showing some signs of age. And besides the fact that they really just don't have anybody around them. But I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to turn it around this year. They don't have a defense, and their offense doesn't look like it's going to get going.
All right, we move on. The Bears, they plead no contest to the Seahawks this past Sunday. Seahawks win 26-0. Jimmy Clausen starting in the place of the injured Jay Cutler, 9 for 17, 63 yards. Shutout for the first time since 2002, fourth time since 1990. Is it safe to say that they're going to for the record for the quickest to get to the draft picks? You.
Listen, I hate the panic button week 1, man. This team is horrible. The Bears are so bad. And for what Chicago stands for as a sports town, this is absurd.
And
This
they
is
took another blow today.
This is absolutely
Dang it,
absurd.
Derrick Rose, can you... Oh my God! They took another blow
But
today.
it's not the knee this time. It's not the legs.
It's
He
the-
can
it's
put
the
a
head.
mask on.
It's the
They
orbital.
don't
He
know
can
when
put a
he's gonna
mask
come
on.
back, but
He can put a mask on. He has a month.
He took
He
a
can
year.
put a mask
He took
on.
a
He
year.
can
Okay,
be
guys.
okay.
Okay, guys. Let's get back to football.
Yeah,
Let's get back to football.
Yeah, that's enough. But
Reel it in, reel it in.
Chicago's getting a blow at all angles. But go ahead.
Man, they are bad. I never seen such a bad defensive Chicago team ever.
Past
like
2
in
years,
the
they've
past
been
2 years,
bad.
they've been historically bad, and that's not what Chicago has been ever.
But we
You know what I'm
have
saying?
we have a reoccurrence of all these three teams. A defensive guy predicated
They
on.
are cleaning house. Do y'all
Yes,
see
they're
Ryan?
so bad. Jared Allen went to the Panthers. That rival.
But we have a reoccurrence
For
because we
nothing.
talked
For
about the
nothing.
first two teams as defensive guys given identity. Brian Urlacher out of there. They haven't been the same since.
Lance
Listen,
Briggs
and,
out of there.
and you talk about
Yeah.
another team. This team definitely
And
doesn't
Julius
have
Peppers
any identity.
wasn't a trick.
I mean,
no identity.
I think they've kind of realized they're building for the future.
Yep.
John Fox, I think, is a good coach to have.
He's going to keep his job.
I mean,
year,
but this
right?
team isn't healthy either. You really, I thought offensively they would be competitive, but you got no Kevin White, no Alshon Jeffrey, Matt Forte. You
They
know
wanna
the
get rid of
ball's
them.
going to go into him. Jay Cutler hasn't really played. I mean, the offensive line is bad, so it's kind of like
And
even
the
what you thought you were going to give the team, you didn't even
The
get.
sad part is we really picked the Lions to do some damage last year because they had Alshon Jeffries, Brandon Marshall.
Oh, the Bears.
The Bears. The Bears.
Bears.
Yeah,
The Bears.
Matt
About to say, we went
Forte,
back.
Jay Cutler.
Oh, yeah, Martellus Bennett is
I mean,
played big.
You offensively you have all the pieces, and then
They got a
okay,
nice squad.
then you were like, okay, defensively, you still need to work on some things. Now it's just horrible, and I
all
mean,
bad.
And Jay
I
Cutler
mean,
is your
when,
leader.
when have you known the Baltimore Ravens nor the Chicago Bears to not show up on defense at all?
Why were we going to blame Jay Cutler? I know you're
You
sensitive.
can't.
Jay's a little different. But you just said they have Jay Cutler as a leader.
Jay Cutler's
you
your
cannot
leader,
blame him.
getting paid the most money and doing absolutely nothing.
No, but I mean, it's not just
It's not just
Jay
him,
Cutler.
but he's part of the problem.
I mean, but Jay Cutler's shown if you actually give him a defense, he actually can take a team to the playoffs and actually win some games.
Oh, I mean, it's really fair to say that
He gets
if
a pass.
if Jay Cutler stayed in that game against the Packers,
They probably
it
would've
may
won.
have been the Bears going to the Super Bowl that year.
I mean, but
That's a
like,
big if.
I mean, he'll be there because of the contract. Nobody's going to take that on. So you just look at the future. They'll probably have a top 2 or 3 draft pick, probably top 2, because they're probably one of the worst 2 teams, and they'll get hopefully some more pieces on defense and just try to build that way.
Last but not least, we'll move on to the Saints. They lose an tough NFC South Division rival battle with the Carolina Panthers, 27-22. Luke McCowan starting the place of injured Drew Brees, 28 of 31, 310 yards. First game Brees has missed since his injury in 2006, when he joined the Saints. So everything not easy breezy without Brees. But we knew that, right?
I mean, they were the Aints with Drew Brees, so I mean, I can only imagine. This
This team ain't been
This-
right.
this
Big
since
team-
easy is
Gate.
not happening down
this
there.
team is sorry, and I blame the defense.
I blame Bounty Gate, really.
Man, you gotta
Johnny
blame.
get-
You gotta blame that guy with the bad hair, man.
Yeah, I said the defense.
The guy with the
You
bad
start
hair,
with
the
you
bad
start
Ryan.
with- you
The
start
other
with
Ryan?
defense.
The other Ryan, man, he is horrible, man.
He's terrible.
He is terrible. Did you see him and Sean Payton fighting on the sideline? Sean Payton was like, "What is this?" And Ryan hair was just bouncing. It was horrible. It's just all bad. Talk about another team that's bad. I don't know who's worse between the Bears or the
Everything that
Saints
I've been doing
defensively.
is
Who's worse?
Saints.
Bears or Saints? Who's bad defensively?
Saints.
They're an Usher song, right?
It's bad.
At this point.
Everything they've been doing is all bad.
And then and then they don't have no continuity on offense.
Okay, you got the Big Easy. We got the Lions, Bears, Ravens. I think we all know who can turn it around at this point. The Ravens, right?
Yeah, but
Only
the
the
one thing
Ravens.
about the Saints, they've lost like 6 straight at home. They used to never lose in the Superdome.
That's weird.
That mystique is gone. It's just like this whole team is just
Nobody's afraid to come
been
to Superdome
plummeted.
anymore.
Nope.
They need to. Dare I say
came
they
to the
need
Super Bowl
another
last
event to bring them
year.
closer together because this is scary.
I hope it's not a natural disaster, but something got to happen.
Hopefully, Anthony Davis and the Pelicans give them something cheerful.
We're going to keep going. I will take a break. We're going to keep going. Other scores around the league. The Falcons, 39-28.
That's
Over
my
the
dog.
Cowboys. Julio, 12 receptions, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. Atlanta is now 3-0. Cowboys still trying to find life without Tony Romo and Des Bryant. Colts, 35. Titans, 33. Andrew Luck, 18 of 30, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he did throw 2 interceptions. Marcus Mariota, 27 of 44, 345 yards for the rookie, 2 touchdowns. He also threw 2 interceptions. Raiders, 27-20 over the Browns. Oakland snaps 11-game road skid. Derek Carr, 20 of 32, 314 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 8 receptions, 134 yards. Patriots, well, Tom Brady throws his 400th TD pass, 33 out of 42, 358 yards, 2 touchdowns. Patriots, big winners over that one, no contest, 51-17 over the Jags. Eagles, 24-17 over the Jets. Eagles D, big in this one, causing 4 turnovers. Darren Sproles, 89-yard punt return for a touchdown and 1-yard TD run. Texans 19 over the Buccaneers 9. Vikings 31 over the San Diego Chargers 14. Adrian Peterson, AP, welcome back. He's back to life, people. 20 carries, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. Phillip Rivers, 21 out of 34, 246 yards. Steelers 12, Rams 6. Casualty, Ben Roethlisberger. Injured left knee, leaves game 4 to 6, right?
Yep. 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks. Michael Vick, we have a Michael Vick sighting. He actually is going to have to start for the guys.
I actually said he was going to play this year, and that's crazy. It happened.
Maybe he knows something we don't know. Anyways, 5 for 6, 38 yards. Welcome back, Le'Veon Bell. 19 carries, 62 yards, 1 touchdown. They're going to need him big. Cardinals, 47 over the 49 to 7 over the 49ers.
Gosh, don't remind me.
Bills, another lopsided one, 41 to 14. And we round out with the Pack on Monday night. My birthday, to be exact. Aaron Rodgers and the crew, 38 to 14. And they're now 3-0. Aaron Rodgers, 24 of 35, 333 yards, 5 touchdowns. And him and Randall Cobb have a relationship again.
Man,
yes,
how
man.
was week 3?
That's a bad man.
Week 3 was
man.
Aaron Rodgers' week because he was.
No, it was Tom Brady's week.
It was both of their weeks.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't. We knew what that was going to be.
Wait a minute. What was it, Mikkel, that you said? It was the new segment that we were going to do. The new segment that we were going to do.
Game ball.
Game ball. Not
Look,
so game ball.
Look, if you want to talk about game ball, Byron is right. You
Of
got
course,
to.
you here we.
That's right.
No. Because, all right, if this was any other week, I probably would have said Aaron Rodgers. I would have said Aaron Rodgers. But the fact that Tom Brady is now in the 400 club and he hasn't thrown a pick all season.
That's over the course of a career.
And then you hear the
Exactly.
mumbo jumbo about them.
Aaron
and
Rodgers
the
threw
play
5
dates
touchdowns.
today,
Yes.
blah,
What you
blah,
talking
blah.
about?
Yeah.
5.
Over
No,
Kansas
Count them.
City's
1,
defense.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And they were
He
all
threw
5 yards or less.
I don't care. He threw 5 touchdowns.
They were all
And
5
Tom
yards
Brady
or
played with
less.
Jaguars.
On the same-
The
You gotta
Jaguars.
be doing
The
this.
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Wait a minute,
Jaguars.
Okay, and we can say the
Please.
Packers played the Chiefs, a decimated Chiefs team. Come on now.
Whose defense is better?
Big word.
Whose defense
They
is
have
better?
no corners, though, the Chiefs.
Whose defense is better? And the Jags do?
But look, listen.
Who's on the
listen,
website?
The
listen.
Jags
Matter of
are
fact,
up and
hold
coming.
It's
on.
not
first of all.
comparable. Please
Who
stop.
is
Please
on the
stop.
Jaguars
Stop,
defense,
man.
Byron? Who's on there?
Name one person.
Kozlowski, Ricky
Well, I
J.
forgot the Skins lost,
Francois.
too,
I mean,
but
there's
we
a
know
lot of
that.
people on the defense. But look,
Ricky Dream
real
Francois
quick.
plays for the Redskins,
I'm sorry, he
sir.
plays for the Redskins. But
Okay,
look,
all right.
look, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look,
Please, guys, it's not even close.
Tom
Come on,
Brady's
guys.
numbers are on pace to be better than the 2007 season. Just let that sink in. Continue, Mikkel.
Okay, I missed the Skins, but it's okay. They lost to the Giants. I don't want to discuss it. Anyways, the big news that I do want to go back and discuss, Big Ben. How does this affect the Steelers, and how big is Le'Veon Bell going to have to be? And is Michael Vick going to do anything?
Michael Vick is going to pretty much just lead the team. He's going to
He said just lead the
Just
team.
lead the
I
team.
mean, he doesn't have to do much. Just manage the team, dink and dunk. You have
Big time.
Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown.
He looked better in green.
Martavius Brown will be back soon, and they still got Marcus Wheat, and they'll be fine. I mean, they're the Steelers. Steelers Nation is shouldn't panic just yet, even though their schedule is somewhat hard. But Michael Vick is a veteran. He's been here, done that. They'll be all right.
I mean, as long as they protect him.
Mike Tomlin said it best last week. He said he got him out of the stadium. That's all they able to do. Each week this year, they got enough pieces around them. And the bottom line is they're used to playing without Ben Roethlisberger. They've done it, I think they said about 16 times over his career. And they won. They'll be fine. They've got a good start. They're 3-0. They need to just continue on. They'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, a lot of us are picking the Steelers to be in the playoffs. However, instead of being a runaway in the division, the race is going to start to get a little more tighter.
Well,
because,
I never thought it was going to be a runaway.
because Michael Vick, he has like the worst completion percentage in the league. So let's not when you factor in those numbers.
just don't win a
he's
game.
He's playing a divisional game, and this is always a hard hitting game. And we've seen Mike Vick get knocked silly when he was in Philadelphia.
Who is this
So-
game more important to? The Ravens?
Ravens. Not even close. Not even close.
It's more important to the Ravens,
Ravens.
just simply because
They're 0-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they weren't,
It's not even
but
close.
if they weren't
Well, Tony
0-3,
Gonzalez said it was important last week. Must win. How many must wins are we going to do this week?
Oh no, that last week was a must win.
But if they
Absolutely.
weren't 0-3, it would probably be equal to both teams, just because these two teams legit hate each other. Like we put on rivalry games. this is the last of an actual rivalry.
You know what? And this is not even a real rivalry to me anymore because no Avery, no Ray Lewis, no Terrell Suggs, no Troy Polamalu, no Hines Ward, none of the big Steelers or Ravens guys. No Ben Roethlisberger. Like, come on.
Anytime Joe Flacco says, well, I hope that guy gets better. You know, it's great that we play against him. I'm like,
they've evolved.
It feels lovey-dovey. I'm like,
I hate him. I hope I never see him again.
This is a new league.
But you know what? It goes
Things are
back.
changing.
It goes back to that newness in sports where people don't
Carmelo
really
and them go on vacation.
Yeah, they
together
don't.
with
People
their
don't
wives.
really
Some
hate
way,
each
if
other.
you take his name and throw it somewhere.
And I really,
Hey,
I miss.
they go on
I-
vacations. I just brought it up. I mean, Kobe and freaking Paul Pierce weren't
here we
going
go with
anywhere.
Kobe.
Yeah, I
I'm not
miss-
talking
we
about
go with
him. I don't
Kobe.
have anything to say.
I
I'm
miss
just
it.
saying
He did
the
look,
correlation.
by the way, he did look immaculate the other day.
Immaculate.
Wow.
Please.
That word.
What happened? What happened to
Just-
those
I mean,
days
come
when?
on, I'm just talking about
Remember when they
correlations.
were talking about Smiley and how like they used to want to kill him coming across the middle? Like
Exactly.
Terrell Suggs broke Big Ben's nose. Like it's a rivalry. Like come on, stop it.
It's not
I mean,
even the same.
Stop
and,
it.
and
No,
Flat,
No,
like
that
Flat.
wasn't Terrell Suggs. That was not who.
They out there hugging
Oh,
like Pepe Le
Fla-
Pew now.
And
They love each other.
Flacco was talking about. Yeah, I hate the Bengals probably the most because we shouldn't be losing to the Bengals. So I mean, it's
That's
lost
funny
That's
you
the
something.
say
thing. The
that.
Ravens have actually played well in Pittsburgh recently. Actually won a playoff game last year.
But
So it's kind of been like
it's funny they say that because I
weird.
forget what I was watching, but they said to a degree that the Ravens hate the Bengals. These two teams hate each other. But
Everybody
then
in
when
the
you bring
division
up the
hates each other.
Pittsburgh and it wasn't as hyped as it was. They was
The
like,
announcers
these
hype
two
it up more so
teams-
than anybody.
these
Right.
two
And they
teams
have
just
to.
went-
Yeah, it's their job.
But you know what though? It still is probably the most hard hitting game in all of sports though.
We'll see.
Game balls. You guys said a lot about Tom Brady, but Julio, get mine.
That's my dog.
Do you know who he is yet?
That's
I
my
knew who he
dog.
was. I was just saying. Anyways, game balls, not so game balls. Do we have any
Yes,
definites here?
mine goes to Brandon Marshall because I don't know what.
It's
in the
not. That's a not so game ball.
not so game ball because I don't know what in the world you were thinking trying to lateral and just get the tackle and that's it, man. Trying to make a play in a game that y'all just weren't going to win for.
Need a buzzer or something. Beep. Anyways,
Game
you're-
ball. That's my dog, Julio Jones. 34 catches in 3 games?
He's a
Come
monster.
on. 12 against the Cowboys,
played-
2 touchdowns, 164
He was
yards.
on the front page of the-
164 yards receiving.
And
He
he's
was on the
killing
front
in my
page of the
fantasy
USA Today.
team. Yeah.
He was on the front page of the USA Today, and they said the man that ripped apart the Cowboys or something like that was
Listen,
the
man.
caption.
That's my dog. Game ball.
Not so game ball. You don't have a guy?
Give me a minute.
Okay, Corey.
I thought you would have given it to Aaron Rodgers as much as you were talking about ripping and raving about.
me your
She said-
game
she
ball.
said not so game ball.
Give me your game
Aaron
ball.
Rodgers. Oh, yeah.
And then
well,
you're not
that's
so
fine.
game ball.
Game ball's got to go to Aaron Rodgers. He's killing it right now. I mean, look at him. The man threw 5 touchdowns again. Chiefs defense isn't that
of
bad.
5 yards.
Again, 5
Byron,
touchdowns.
hush
I don't-
it.
I don't care.
I
if it's
cannot
touch-
wait till we get to the close to the end of the show to see what y'all receivers' argument becomes. But
I don't care if you throw touchdowns for 1 yard. 5 touchdowns is 5 touchdowns. That's 5 touchdowns. So the man's on pace. Tom Brady's doing great. I'm not gonna lie, but Aaron Rodgers has got to get my game ball. Not so game ball right now. I'm not quite sure. I gotta check on that.
And
Oh, what's
Aaron
up with
Rodgers
you?
becomes the 3rd quarterback to throw for 5 touchdowns on Monday night. You know what the other 2 are? Big Ben and Drew Brees.
Yeah, but I
Cremonte's
mean,
fun
ain't the
fact.
thing with Aaron Rodgers is he can do all this, but what is he going to do in the playoffs too? Anyways, Byron. Game ball, not so game ball. Well, your game ball is Tom Brady. Where's your
No,
not
actually,
so?
no,
Okay.
actually, I mean, Tom Brady's every week is the best quarterback in football.
Who's your game ball?
You want to say something? I don't
No,
know.
no.
Can we?
I have my
wait,
not so game ball, but go
wait,
ahead.
Wait,
Oh, go
okay,
ahead, no, 'cause-
what's your not so game ball?
My not so game ball is the entire San Francisco 49ers. Absurd. I can't take it anymore. And I told one of our good friends, you Shalape, right? You know, are you familiar? You familiar?
Oriola.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was raving about these 49ers, and I was like, I don't know why. Because this team,
The real 49ers have showed up the past 2 weeks.
listen,
Sean would be happy
this
about the
team
Raiders.
should be 0-3.
Oh,
The reason why they lost their first game is because the Vikings weren't ready for Monday
What
night.
happened to Torrey Smith and Anquan Bolden?
They don't exist.
And
They
they're going
were
to lose
gone
next week.
before it was over, right?
They got rid of them before it was too late.
Anyways,
And that's-
Byron, back to you, my friend.
You know
Your
what?
game ball.
I'm gonna start with the not so game ball.
Really?
Tennessee Titans. You had the Colts by, I believe, by like 2 touchdowns.
You had him, yeah.
I believe I heard that they were celebrating on the sideline, dancing, acting like they won the chip, won the playoffs.
Young team.
And they are young, but they're led by a veteran coach. Dick LeBeau's defensive coordinator now, playing very well. Team the chance to put the Colts in the hole, 0-3, 3 games up in the division. And they let Andrew Luck, who played very well, come back and win. I think that's one thing they're missing. They're going to be competitive, but they got to get that killer instinct. My game ball, Dre, you might like this. I'm going to Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. Chip Kelly
Hey, the
and the
Pope was just
Philadelphia
there.
Eagles. The Pope spread some faith.
That's what has to happen.
And against the Jets, we were raving about the Jets, but just like the Jets, isn't it? Till
Same
when we
old
start
Jets, man.
believing in them, they disappoint us. And I think Chip Kelly did a hell of a job showing his offensive genius. Granted, Nelson Aguilar has been horrible all year. Don't remind me. No catches.
Yeah,
but I
man.
think using Ryan Matthews more, Darren Sproles more, using the backs and the tight ends in the receiving game to isolate the linebackers. So you have Darrell Revis and Cromartie on the island, but you have those linebackers guarding tight ends and running backs. And they have some good skill players. So I think Chip Kelly did a great job with that game plan. And the Eagles special teams is one of the best in the league. Chip Kelly gets my game ball, and the Eagles are right back in the NFC East race.
Just like that.
Roger.
Crazy.
Roger.
Well-
let me get your not so game ball.
Yeah, let me
game
do
ball.
that first.
Don't let me-
Actually, I got 2.
Oh, man.
I got 2.
Come on, man. Listen, this is
Look,
an
I gotta
hour show, so
apologize.
they want to say.
I got to apologize last week for what I said, about the Jaguars making it close with the Patriots.
Why did you say
Yeah,
that?
why? You said
But
that?
I did.
Can we roll the tape?
If you roll it back, I said,
We talking about, he was like, ain't it like 17?
And they covered it.
if you roll it back, I said some
They did.
things that
This was Madden.
that I don't, that I shouldn't have
Sometimes
said.
you speak
and they
before
just got,
you think.
and they got destroyed.
That's exactly what
And my number one, and my other not so game ball, Jimmy Smith. My God, that guy, man, he had me. I was in headache mode the whole time Sunday watching him just get fried after play after play. You know the feeling, Byron.
Yeah, and it's like he's not. I don't think he's a bum. It's just
He's not a
some
bum.
bad
It's
breaks.
he's lacking something.
Well, he needs some help. I
some
don't know
bad
why they didn't give him no help. Who's your game ball?
But my game ball is easy. I mean AP.
AP
He is
get
back.
the game ball.
AP is back. He helped me with
Believe
my
in those
fantasy
Vikings,
league.
baby.
He
Believe
was
in those
great,
Vikings,
Well,
man.
baby.
okay, I
Love
think
AP.
my game ball. I'm gonna give my game ball to the Raiders because we're gonna give hope to the Raiders. I'm feeling this right now. I
gonna
like
give
Amari
more than
Cooper.
hope, 'cause they
I'm
might
gonna
be
give
a
them. They're
wild
gonna need
card.
a lot, but I'm feeling this right now.
only
Anyways,
one
my
game back
not
at
so
one.
game ball goes to the Cowboys, and not because I'm hating, because I actually thought they were gonna win. I was one of them, even though I picked
Yeah,
the
you had a
Falcons.
curse. That's why they lost. Because you.
Even though I picked the Falcons,
fine until I realized
and
you
looking
picked
at what
Hey.
transpired, I thought they were going to pull it out, and I thought I was going to be wrong. I was right.
I was too.
Anyways, Dre, did you do already? Did you go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said my game ball goes to Brady, and that my not so game ball goes to Brandon Marshall.
Okay. Corey, you had a not so game ball that you didn't talk about.
Not so game ball. This week I'm gonna give it to Marvin Lewis, and the bottom line is he's the reason why the Bengals can't win a playoff game. End of the second half.
They won it. He still gets the not so game ball.
End of the second half.
No, haven't you been saying why does he still have a job?
I mean, everybody's
Yeah,
saying
everybody
why.
saying that, but he is a brother, so I ain't mad.
First of
And he
all,
has a
Right
Super
on,
Bowl
Black
second
Lives
half,
Matter.
and I love him because he used to be with the Ravens. But end of the second half, you have a chance to go up by 3 scores against the Ravens at home.
Yeah, they made some.
That's a
questionable calls.
golden opportunity on the road against the division team. You got to take that. He doesn't, and they lose. I mean, they lose the touchdown. They drop the ball, and so it's a 2-possession game. But then, just before the half ends, 9 seconds, I believe, he doesn't call a timeout. They have 2. Timeouts don't carry over into the second half. What are you saving them for? Like, it's just time management decisions like that are why the Bengals aren't successful in the playoffs. And I just don't know when he's going to make those decisions right. So that's what my not so game ball goes to.
All right, we have a score to settle. We had some picks from this week, and who's in the lead?
Well, it's actually a tie.
Oh gosh, I don't even think I'm in it. But good.
It's actually a tie between D and Andre at 32.
Hold on, can you read all the
Yeah,
records?
go
I'll read all the records from the week
Thank you.
3. I went 12-4. Mua, me. Brittany went 10-6.
What?
Yeah, she actually turned it
Oh,
around.
man, everybody turns
actually
around for
turned
me.
around.
What is going on?
Byron, you're low on the totem pole this week. I'm sorry. It's
my heart, man, you know.
I mean, I don't know. Are
Picking
you
with
in
my heart.
Drizzy.
You're not in familiar territory neither.
Drizzy Dre went 12-4. D went 14-2. Yeah, Gravante, you went 12-4. Byron, you went 9-7. You actually over 500.
We're hanging around. We just gonna get hot at the right time.
Somewhat.
Okay.
Once I get out my emotions, I'll be all right.
I was the worst.
No, you went 11-5.
Oh,
And my man over there, Corey, you went 12-4.
I beat
buddy.
you.
I'll say again.
But those are our
Hey.
week 3 picks.
Oh, you know when you
That's
just
all right.
beat everybody beats Byron, it's a good ass day. Go ahead. All right, we want to move on to next week. We're going to take a break because we're going to get to week 4. We're going to get these picks going. We're going to end the show. Corey, you still with us? You having fun?
Yes, I am. Enjoying
I'm
myself.
great. I beat Byron. Anyways, we'll be back. It's the Flex Zone. Byron, you still fuming over these picks? I still beat you. Nah. You need a bye week. Maybe you need some time off. Tom Brady's got a bye week. Go sit on his couch. But then
that's
again,
not a bad couch
then
to
again,
sit
if you
on.
go over there, there might be. If he goes over there, it might be a conspiracy when he comes back and
Hey,
some big
man.
problems. I
Might
don't
see
know.
some deflated footballs.
Some
in the
deflated
living room.
picks. I don't-
What is this?
Hey man, just make sure y'all remember
Anyways,
this.
let's move on to week 4, shall we? Start for Thursday night. Ravens, Steelers, 8:25. It's in Pittsburgh. Everybody's waiting for the Ravens to make a statement game. I think this is it. They'll beat the Steelers. I'm taking the Ravens. Raj.
I picked the Ravens 2 weeks in a row.
You picking
and
with
been
your heart this-
disappointed with
Uh-oh.
2 weeks in a row. I'm not picking the Ravens this
Okay.
week. I think Le'Veon Bell is he's gonna get his revenge over that playoff loss that he didn't play in. And Michael Vick is just gonna dink and dunk, and all of a sudden, Antonio Brown deep, Jimmy Smith trailing behind, Steelers win.
Steelers, no good without Big Ben, or can the Ravens do this? Byron.
Shout out Mike Tomlin. This Steelers defense has been very good.
Shout
under
out to
his
my boy
leadership.
Bud Dupree.
They've been getting it done. The young pass rusher, Shazier, Jarvis Jones. I'm afraid. I think the Ravens are going to lose. And I think it's going to be a close game, though. A field goal contested game, not a lot of touchdowns. Maybe like a 18-13 game. A weird game, but Steelers pull it out. And Antonio Brown is just unguardable, so we're going to have a long day.
All right, Corey. Ravenstown or no?
Ravens, I think, get this one. John Harbaugh thrives off of coaching teams that go through adversity. Right now, the Ravens are 0-3. They're desperate. They've got to get a win, and they face the Steelers at a vulnerable time. Their starting quarterback's out, and I don't think the Ravens are going to miss this opportunity. So I got the Ravens.
Both the Ravens, both the Steelers, vulnerable. You used the right word at the same time, but who takes this one, Karate?
Ravens dropped the 0-4, man. Going with the Steelers.
Look, the Ravens come back this week. Balzahard University returns. I'm telling you, like I said earlier, Michael Vick has the worst completion percentage in the league right now.
You saying it like he's going to be throwing the ball.
Exactly.
I think the Ravens do enough to get past, because I'm telling you, a John Harbaugh team cannot go 0-4. Like I was
Just like a John Harbaugh team couldn't go 0-3.
3, yeah.
Hey, look, the Ravens. It's not like they're getting blown out. I can understand if they were getting blown out in every game.
It doesn't matter. They're not finishing.
Ravens,
They didn't finish none of their games.
The Ravens have been close in every
They're not
single
finishing.
game.
They're not
and
finishing.
the fact that you have a short week against a division rival,
Is that
I
a
think-
advantage or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
I think it's actually an advantage for the Ravens. This is a team of adversity, and I think they turn it around starting this week.
Yeah, because you got to think Vic only has a couple days on the playbook. But my question is, if Vic breaks contain, he can still run.
But my question is this:
He can still run,
Ravens
what, a
have
4-4?
They have
Yeah,
a game
crazy.
plan against Michael Vick. They game plan against Roethlisberger for the past 2 weeks.
But I understand what y'all are saying about it, like the unknown factor of it. But I think that also kind of helps the Ravens a little bit, and it kind of hurts the Steelers because you don't have that chemistry with Antonio Brown. So y'all saying it like Antonio Brown is going to be running
All
wild.
he has to do is run
He is.
and just throw the ball.
I'm telling you,
We're going to move on this one. We got to go into these Sunday games. 9:30 a.m. London town.
Oh, that London game.
Oh yeah.
Going to miss this one because I'll probably be at work. I'm sticking. What are you
I'll
doing?
probably be asleep.
I was going to say I'm surprised that the Dolphins aren't one of these 0-3 teams. Like they stink.
They caught us early. They caught us
I would
early.
love to go to
They
London
caught
and
us
check out a
early.
game. But anyways, Jets, Dolphins.
Not the games that they be putting in London. I want to check them games out.
Well, this game is.
I'm going to
this
take the
game isn't
Jets.
bad.
We're going to keep going with you. Who you got?
The Jets.
Cavante.
This is actually a good game. That's actually.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
I'm gonna
No,
take
it's
the
not.
Jets. I'm
No,
not
it's
going
not. The
with
Dolphins are severely underachieving, and they're blaming Ndamukong Suh for everything, and they're making Suh do things he wasn't doing in Detroit. Detroit, all they ask him to do is be disruptive. They're asking him to do a whole bunch of other things in Miami, and it's not working out. I'm going with the Jets.
Corey, Jets, Dolphins,
I like-
London.
I like the
Chitio.
Jets.
No, do they say that? Chitio.
Oh, gosh.
That's not them?
I
Go
like
ahead.
the Jets in this one. Todd Bowles has that defense going good right now, and I don't think Ryan Tannehill's going to be able to deal with it.
In London, who do you have
I
Byron?
believed in the Jets last week, and
What
look
kind
what
of accent is
happened.
that?
But I'm going with the Jets again. Jets.
Hello.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Q who lost his mom. He's a huge Jets fan.
Oh, shout out to
So,
Q.
I'm here. I'm not a huge Jets fan, but for him, I'm picking the Jets.
And moving on, 1 o'clock. You're gonna have look at these times. 9:30 football all day long. Anyways, Jaguars. They go to Indianapolis to play the Colts. I'm gonna take the Colts. I'm not stupid. Roger,
Colts.
Byron.
Perfect remedy after a tough road win. You come home and get the Jaguars. Colts in a big win.
Is this another lopsided one in for the Jaguars?
I think everybody's picking the Colts. Why are we going around the room?
Right.
I'm trying to get.
I
I don't know. You guys throw wrenches. I don't know. You guys throw wrenches in these things so much. I don't know.
No.
See,
Not the obvious one. Not the obvious one.
Bags.
Not the obvious
After
one.
the ass kicking
Not
they
the
call
obvious
ass
one.
kicking.
Okay.
I learned my lesson.
1 o'clock. We're going to go back to another 1 o'clock game. The Giants, New York Giants, go to Buffalo to play the Bills. They can't handle it. I'm taking the Bills.
I say the Bills as well.
Is anybody picking the Giants?
I don't.
Anybody picking the Giants?
Nobody's picking the Giants. You're picking the Giants. Why?
I got
Corey,
the-
newcomer. Do you want your
Wow.
job still?
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony, because he was known for some crazy stuff, too. Are you
This
going to
will
be
be a good
another
game,
one?
though.
No.
I would say
it is
this
gonna be a
probably
good
won't
It's
be
gonna
that
a good
bad.
game. You
It
got
won't be
Odell
bad.
against that defense, but good.
Odell Beckham, Eli Manning at the Bills. It's going to be a tough game, but I feel like the Giants have a good chance in this one. Their offense is good, and their defense isn't bad either.
By the way, who do they sign? Wes Walker or
Hakeem Nicks.
Hakeem Nicks?
Who should they sign?
No, yeah. Who should they sign?
Go with Wes Walker.
Yeah, all right.
Possession.
Okay, moving forward.
Oh, you didn't get over here.
Oh, sorry. I thought
I'm sorry, Bills.
I thought everybody
He's
said
the only one that's
Bills.
picking the Giants, right?
Bills.
Yeah, I
Bills.
mean, I'm picking the Bills, but I want to give a shout out to Tyrod Taylor. I told you all he will be the spark for the Bills, and this Bills team, besides the Patriots, is going to run through just about everybody.
I said I believe.
All right.
I said I believe.
You can believe you can fly. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Carolina, they go to play the Buccaneers.
Oh,
Cam
gosh.
doing it with style. Did you see the camouflage and the
Oh,
he
yo,
was-
I'll admit, I was
That was-
not many people can pull that off, but I was
outfit
like,
on fleek?
I was
Go ahead,
like,
Cam Newton.
I was like, hey, Cam.
If
with
only
the
the
bow
refs
tie?
could give him some
Cam.
respect, we'd be all right.
He's doing it without a lot of people, a lot of help. He's going to beat the Bucks too. I'm taking the Panthers. Is that unanimous?
Absolutely.
I-
Well, I'm going.
Okay.
I've been riding with this Bucks team, and they
Why?
they should
Are you
have won
sure you don't want to
Sunday.
repeat him next week?
That's
you're
because he
hard?
wants them. You think they're going to win the division, right?
That might be far fetched now, but I still believe Jameis and Mike Evans is back.
He's
Your boy,
laughing.
he has shown a lot of flashes of greatness, showing
know.
he is going to be good. Just some late. Oh, they should have won. They're at home. I like this team. I think this is the week that the Panthers not enough weapons catches up with them because Gerald McCoy and Levante David are going to get after Cam. Bucks in a close game.
Hey, Gravante, Dre, Michael, Corey, say it with me now. How many of us have them?
Cam.
All right, let's move forward. Oh, my God. Can I ever move
How dare you
forward?
say the chant and go against it?
How can I ever move forward?
I love Cam. He messed up this
They will
week.
lose
Oh, my
eventually.
goodness.
With
yeah,
that,
yeah,
This
yeah.
this could be a trap game too.
What-
Divisional
Right,
rival.
it is a divisional
But
game.
you just said the same.
Right, you
You
can't.
just said it. You're not.
that's my
He's
my-
the executive
You
producer of
be
the show.
quiet. You be quiet
that's
and let
my-
him talk.
That's
okay?
my man's.
No.
But Cam messed up this week with that controversy.
All
with the
right, you're gonna
officials.
lose this pick too. Can I move on? All right, Eagles and Redskins.
Buccaneers.
in a close game.
Eagles and the Redskins, people. I'm going to do the absolute normal and pick the Redskins because this freaking division, who knows? Anyways, moving forward, I'm going to go this way. No. You want to laugh and sink in chairs. What do you got to say? I want to get you out the way early.
Fly, Eagles fly, baby. All over you, Redskins. Eagles have found their groove offensively. Sam Bradford played pretty solid. Defense looked pretty well. Special teams will be the difference again.
You know, I
Lance
didn't get a
Rose.
birthday gift because they lost to the Giants.
You ain't getting none of those answers.
How much you want to bet?
Especially with Kirk
How
Cousins.
much? Anyways,
You
go
know
ahead.
what?
I'm itching because I want to see you groveling, just on your knees, looking up at me so bad. I'm 2 seconds away from wanting to, but I'm not going to do it. Go ahead.
If DeMarco Murray
Raj.
plays, the Redskins win. But I don't think he's going to play.
He's not playing. He's out.
Yeah. So the Eagles win.
Okay.
Fly, Eagle fly.
A dark-skinned dude and a light-skinned guy agree. Anyways, move forward.
This is what Martin
Corey,
Luther King dreamed about.
I just seen the blend in the Hershey marshmallow just a minute ago when y'all
Hey,
shook
hey, you
hands.
wanna come in
Anyways,
between?
Corey, go ahead.
I like the Redskins in this one. It's another one of those division road. It's another division
And
road
this is
game.
why you get beat up. Sorry, excuse me. This is why you get beat up and get cursed out. Oh, I didn't say anything. Yeah, okay. You take a bite out of crime.
Corey, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, Corey.
I like the Redskins in this one. It's a division road game for the Eagles.
You know,
They
you
got
can
it.
keep
She
your
likes
job.
him.
They
Already,
got a
see?
tough time.
Keep your job.
I'm gonna be red here. I'm going for the Redskins.
Wow.
My
Devontae,
man.
what's up, baby?
You're going to be logical. You're not going to pick us, but go ahead.
As you guys know, the Redskins, one of the very consistent problems they have between last year and this year is special teams.
Go with your heart.
We
Go
are
with it.
not a good at special teams at all, and Eagles are one of the best. And I feel like this game will end up being just like the Dolphins game, 1 touchdown difference.
Sluggish
And-
game, yeah, close.
I
yeah.
think it's not. Nobody's blowing anybody out. I think
Right.
it's going to be just like the Dolphins game, which means we're
Go
going
with
to end
your
up
heart, man.
losing
You know you want to.
by maybe a touchdown, one score game.
Shut up.
I want him to go with his heart sometime. I know he's a.
You went with your heart. What happened to your picks 9 and 7? Shut up. Go ahead, Kevon.
9-7 makes the playoffs, baby.
So I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay. You're going to go with the Eagles, but is this your team? What you doing?
As long
Do
as
we
you,
even believe in this pick?
as long as you guys have Kirk Cousins, I'm gonna believe in whoever the opposite team is.
Everybody was on the Kirk wagon. Guess what? He did. So, anyways.
I was gonna say, who was on that wagon?
Moving. He was.
think
And the
anybody-
sad part, the
RG3 will
sad
be
part is-
back before the season's over.
I agree
Mark my
with you.
words.
I agree with
Mark
you.
my
Because
words.
y'all have all the pieces.
Should have never left.
Trey Dallas.
Shut up. Anyways, how many times did I say shut up?
I
on you?
like it. It's just the call quarterback.
Let's move on, people.
Hey,
Raiders.
wait. Dude, who'd you pick?
He picked the Eagles.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say some other stuff with it, but okay. never mind.
You ain't got nothing. We're not going
Ain't
to
much
do
to
this.
say.
Raiders.
Byron, don't make me come on.
Oakland.
This is another
You
pick
take
right
the
here.
highlighter.
I think
I want you to
I
do.
think everybody is going with the clear choice, the Raiders.
The-
You might as well just ask who is. Wait.
Who are the Bears?
Okay,
Are the
okay,
other
yeah,
team?
Yeah.
Are we going to Chicago? We're going to Chicago next game. Anyways,
Byron,
we're
what's
moving
up?
on.
Byron, what's
no,
up?
because if Jay Cutler was playing, this would be a trap game
Can I have
because
a highlighter
the
back?
Raiders are riding high, just got a good win. But I think just because it's Jimmy Clausen, he'll throw a lot of passes, and Alden Smith and those boys will show up this week. And Amari Cooper, Rookie of the Year right now. Him and Mariota probably won too.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
sir.
Raiders, man, they are going to be in that wild card chase, and they're only a game back of the Broncos, and they still got 2 games to play.
Okay, unanimous. Raiders.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we all got the Raiders. You're right.
Raiders.
Okay, can I have
Yep.
my highlighter back? No.
You shouldn't have thrown it.
Oh, you deserved it. Wrong catch. Dang it. Darn it. Pick it
Oh,
up again.
yeah.
Texas
All
and
right,
Falcons.
Texas and the Falcons.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to go with the Falcons. Is this another unanimous decision here?
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
That's my dog.
You know what? I give the Falcons credit. They proved me wrong. They showed the killer instinct. Dan Quinn, Coach of the Year. Defense looks fierce. Seattle-esque, dare I say.
They're doing
Hey,
what
hey,
they've
who's
always
coaching that
supposed to do,
offense?
correct?
Who's coaching that
Oh,
offense?
Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan. That's right. He is down there now.
Your guy.
Unanimous?
That's a great system to be in.
The
What's that?
Falcons?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the Falcons. Falcons.
ATL,
Okay.
baby.
Chiefs. Go to Cincinnati, play the Bengals. Bengals are on a roll. I'm going to continue to roll Bengals. Another unanimous decision. Or no?
The Who Day Nation, man. The Chiefs overrated. to
Poor
me. I've been
J.J.
saying
Watt.
that all
Poor
year.
J.J. Watt. Because
Besides Justin Houston, they're
he's
overrated.
suffering in Texas country.
The Bengals will win because Alex Smith won't throw deep.
Neither will Andy Dalton, but having A.J. Green helps a lot.
He can throw deep as long as it's AJ Green.
And he don't threw deep
You know
last
what?
week.
Actually, give the Chiefs credit. They actually threw a touchdown to a wide receiver, Jeremy Matthews.
Jeremy, I knew it was gonna be him. I knew it was gonna be
141
him.
yards, too.
He actually played well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into this 4 o'clock bracket, shall we? 4 or 5. Cleveland Browns go
boy.
play these San Diego Chargers. That's skip
Is
one.
Johnny Manziel playing? No.
Are you going to pick the Chiefs?
No, I'm just saying another one. Like everybody's going to choose the Chargers. The
'Cause
next one
Johnny's
after
not
that, everybody's
playing.
going to choose the Packers.
Okay, we're going to pick the Pack.
like I'm just,
Because who the Packers playing?
Yeah, the Chargers have to win this game. They've let 3 games slip away from them. If they want any shot at the playoff, they have to win this game.
St.
Get it done
Louis.
for me,
okay,
man.
finally a game where we.
Hey,
Who are the Packers playing?
Those guys in San Francisco.
You know what?
They're playing
They have
Morgan.
another 5 touchdowns.
They're playing Morgan.
Or
He's
six.
probably will.
They might have another 5
Or 6.
touchdowns.
Or
He
6.
might get the game ball from me next
Listen,
week.
and
Poor Colin
the not
Kaepernick.
game ball is probably going. That's my early pick again. The 49ers.
And I like
Poor
Kaepernick,
Colin
but
Kaepernick.
Gosh.
Yeah, he hurt you.
Anyways, he doesn't
hurt
have
me
it.
a lot.
Without
He hurt me,
Harbaugh,
though.
0-4.
without Harbaugh,
Hey,
he is no
Kaepernick,
one.
I thank you for them 4
Without Harbaugh,
interceptions,
he is
buddy.
nothing. Anyway, St. Louis goes to Arizona.
I think that
Play
should
the
be
Cardinals.
unanimous too.
I
Well, no, it's a
will
divisional
take-
game. It's a divisional game.
We're going to take the Cardinals. I will.
Hey man, the Cardinals looking like the best team in the NFL right now.
Possibly.
I'm going with the
Shout out
Cardinals.
to Larry Fitzgerald.
Shout out to my boy
He's back.
Carson Palmer. Y'all better give my man some respect.
They up here talking about the Cardinals may go to the dance, and it's a
I
chance.
thought that Dave was going to the dance last year before Carson Palmer got hurt.
I
They're
said
going
that.
this year.
Hey,
Are your Cowboys' dreams squandered
man.
now?
Health.
No.
I
They're
give
going to be in the
Cardinals
national, in
a
the
lot of
championship,
credit.
in the NFC championship.
Dre and Cavante were on them early.
Is there a butt?
I'm still a little skeptical just because they haven't really played anybody yet. But
Okay.
they play well. Larry Fitzgerald looks like 5 years ago when he was the best receiver in the league.
Ooh man, good times.
I like the Rams, but they blew me because they couldn't beat a non-Ben Roethlisberger-led team and lose 12-6. So they probably
beat the
aren't ready
Redskins
yet.
either, pal.
The Cardinals at
how
home
about that?
And also a Kirk Cousins led team too.
will get it done. And shout out to my man Chris Johnson.
He's just
CJ
going to bypass
2K,
that one.
He's back.
Getting it done.
Is he? Is he back?
He's back.
That
Wow.
offensive line played well too. Cardinals win a close game.
And Roger knows. Shout out to that defense. That defense is live.
right.
I know. That defense is
Good
live.
one.
Oh, you gotta
Single-handedly.
get the guess. You got to get the guess.
Oh, yeah. But come on, Corey. I told you to just run, just talk in this thing.
I
Come
got
on.
the Cardinals. That's
he
not
was
going
just
to be
on
a
the
question.
way,
It's a
Oh, I thought you
41.
were going to say Rams.
But the Cardinals, real quick, they could win 14, 13, 14 games. I wouldn't
Exactly.
be surprised.
Sure can.
Yeah,
Sure can.
Because their schedule isn't that tough. They only have to come to the East Coast once, I think. So they can, and they get a lot of these East Coast teams at home, which they play very well.
As the more and more we go through these schedules, there's games that you want to be on a Sunday night or a Monday night, and they're not. And the Vikings and the Broncos, they are. This is one for me. Vikings, Minnesota, AP going strong, looking like he's going to keep going strong. They go to play Peyton Manning boys in Denver.
Who you like?
Does that Denver D get down? I'm going to take the Broncos. I don't think the Vikings can do it. Peyton's at home. Let's try this again, shall we? Kubiak, it's working out.
It is, and to me, it really just boils down to quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks are good, but one is a Hall of Famer. So I'm going with the Hall of
Right
Famer.
about that.
Anybody else?
Is it me?
I'm going with the Broncos. I don't think the Vikings travel too well.
I mean, this ain't even close. I'm sorry.
Stop playing, guys.
It's not
please.
even. It's not even
It
close.
will be closer than people think. Real quick, the Vikings defense, Anthony Barr, Sharif Floyd, and those boys, Harrison Smith in the back, they're going to lay the boom.
But
The
besides,
question, and Mike Zimmer is a hell of a coach, especially on defense. But
besides AP, who's
no,
going to show
he won't
up?
do anything because that defense of the Broncos is the
Okay,
best in the
then
league right now.
who's gonna show up? Mike
That's
Wallace?
The thing.
Mike
No,
Wallace is
that's
gonna
the
show
thing.
up?
They'll be one-dimensional, and Telly Bridgewater will make a mistake. And give
So
Peyton Manning
ultimately,
credit.
the end of your conversation
Peyton
is that
Manning,
the Broncos
give
are
him
gonna
credit.
win,
He's
right?
still elite, and he's showing it this year.
Why was the panic button so much press for that one game?
Well, because
Where is
Kubiak
Peyton?
didn't
What's
want to
going
give
on?
in. Now he's giving in. He's running shotgun. They'll be okay. They'll probably win 13,
There's
14
a
games.
couple no huddles. Too.
Just let Peyton Manning run the
Patriots,
offense,
Patriots,
man.
Broncos,
Just let Peyton
game.
be Peyton.
Okay, 8:30. Is this good enough for 8:30?
Oh gosh.
The Cowboys.
Ugh.
They play the Saints, baby.
This is the worst game on.
I'm gonna take the
television.
Cowboys just because. I don't know why.
No, stop.
I'm
Stop picking the
Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
She's a curse.
They're a curse on their
Now
own.
listen. Now listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys because the Cowboys somehow play very well on the road.
10 straight road games, franchise record.
And just like you said about that Saints, the dome, it's not the same. It's not the same home. New Orleans is like
The
we go
water's
there
still
to
in the
party
dome
and
now.
win. That's what we do. So I'm going with the Cowboys.
With
Are
the-
you agreeing, my new friend?
No, I don't agree. I mean, it all depends to me. I heard Drew Brees practice
Yeah,
twice
is
this
he gonna
week.
play?
If he plays, I go with the Saints. So right now I'm leaning toward the Saints. Also, who the Cowboys have? Romo, Des Bryant, they're both out. I just don't see what they have on offense.
What's your guys'
I'm
name?
just saying, man. I could say the same thing about the Saints.
Man.
You could, you
Hey,
can, but
Corey.
at the same time, I'm gonna go with the home team in this one.
Corey, check this out, man. With or without Drew Brees, it doesn't matter. The Cowboys will win this game because the Saints are a mess. Rob Ryan is still the defensive coordinator.
The
He'll
other
find
Ryan.
a way to give up a lot
He'll
of points.
find
That's
a
what he
way
does.
To Brandon Weeden. Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
yes.
The other.
And
Stay
Mr.
on
Randall.
Ryan.
Don't
This guy
forget
with
Mr.
hair.
Randall.
The weed den.
You're
Mr.
smoking
Randall.
Can I have a
weed.
second here? I need to vent. I was very upset on Sunday because the Cowboys were up. And they looked good, and I looked like I was going to be right. Nobody wanted to jump on the bandwagon, not even my man Dre. I was like, yes.
You always needed support.
Yes, because Dre
You had to get support.
But Dre realized Julio Jones, him and Matt Ryan, you talk about a wavelength connection. It is great right now.
That's my dog.
Are you going to bring the violin?
We
Come on, let's do
actually
it.
played pretty well.
We?
One pick.
Who's
We
we?
didn't.
Oh, I
did
said
pretty
we,
well.
okay.
The defense let me down a little bit. They got burnt. The corners kind of got exposed. But if the Cowboys can somehow stay above this week, help is on the way.
They're going to win. They're going to win.
McClain will be back. Greg Hardy will come back. Hopefully Randy Gregory. Jeremy Mincy will be back.
I'm going for the Cowboys. Come on,
I said
say
I'm going to stop going with my heart.
Don't you want to say the Cowboys? Come
But
on,
I think, like I
man.
said earlier, the Saints are just horrible. One of the 5 worst teams in football. Cowboys, 2 things travel. Defense and a run game. Randall played well. Cowboys in a close game. Go with the Cowboys.
Right, you done? Okay.
Okay, that was the Byron hour.
Guys, one more thing. Collins, the guy they picked up, when
Collins.
I drafted, he's starting.
Yeah.
Left guard.
Ronald Leary
Left
is
guard.
out.
Okay,
We'll see later.
Monday night.
We
Welcome
all know
to
who winning
October.
is.
Well, shoot, October.
Oh,
Let's be
God.
here this whole week.
Cam is back.
Again, why are we choosing?
I'm going to take the Seahawks.
The boom, the
Cam
Legion of
Chancellor,
Boom.
welcome back.
Cam,
Boom.
defense.
No
Boom.
money, Cam, but welcome back.
The
You saw
star-
your team losing, huh? And you wanted to help.
No, his pockets was hurting. That's what happened.
He said he saw his team losing his brothers.
Blah, blah, blah. He lost about $2
Marshawn
million.
Lynch is a little banged up, though, so you could see more Fred Jackson, but I think they've done a good job playing
did
Jimmy
pretty well
Graham.
last week.
Jimmy Graham in the offense.
He's getting some passes.
And I think as this Seahawks offensive receivers get healthy, let's not forget Paul Richardson, first-round pick, Chris Matthews, Tyler Lockett.
Yo, he's turning that special teams up.
Woo!
He's turning that whole
Why
squad
did
up.
they give him the ball?
And how about Pete Carroll?
I wouldn't
running
kick
that
it to
fake
him.
punt, letting Sherman catch it. That was great.
I don't
That
know.
was hot, too.
I was like, who is
But
that?
Sherman is not that fast. He don't got no breakaway speed. He don't
Could
got
have
no
scored a
breakaway
touch- He
speed.
could have scored a
The
touchdown. I
perfect
didn't
remedy for the
understand.
Seahawks is playing 2 straight games at home against some terrible teams in the Charles Barkley voice. They'll win big.
Horrible.
I was like, who's
Horrible.
the new guy with the dreads going down the field? I'm like, he
That's
just scored a
Sherman.
touchdown.
They'll win big.
What's up, Raj?
Everybody, say it with me. How many of us have them?
The
Cam.
Boom and the Legion of Boom is back.
And the Legion of Boom will destroy the Lions.
Oh, my God.
Cam Chancellor gets a pick. How about that? We'll throw that in there.
Okay. Well, that is week 4, people. Are you happy?
Wow, already week 4.
Wow, dang, we're moving.
Listen, my show, my rules, I'll get there. Anyways, we're going to take a break.
Yes, sir.
Well, partly, because he's trying to tell me what to do and tell me I'm forgetting something. Anyways, we're going to take a break, woo-saw a bit, and then we'll get to something very interesting. Top 5 wide receivers. Are we going to end the show on time? Doesn't look like it, because this is going to be an argument. We'll be back. This is the Flex Zone. Stay tuned, but what else would you do?
Define
You're gonna
on
do it
time.
anyway. Yeah, that too. We'll be back. We're back. Byron, I almost wring your neck over the break. Are you okay?
Domestic violence.
Domestic, are we together? Ooh, scandal. Anyways, moving forward,
Okay.
Why?
wide receivers.
Alrighty. Very awkward, but okay.
Wide receivers. We're gonna move forward. Boomer Esiason. His top 5 receivers. Why is everybody? It's silence and laughter. I need y'all to get it together.
That was awkward.
That was awkward. Oh, so you're allowed to say your little.
Hey, Raj, you should be the last one to
hey.
talk about somebody.
I'm Big Raj over here, okay?
Your little in
He's
there.
Uncle Ross. He's the
Mr.
uncle at the
Uncle.
cookout who's a little inappropriate, but you accept him and love him
So
anyway.
little,
Exactly.
But you accept him and love him
That's
anyways.
right.
And he makes pretty good food, probably.
I do.
See? There you go.
You got the sandals too that close. Like
No,
close.
no,
The plaid
I
shirt.
don't- I don't do that,
The
Jay.
plaid shirt open. With the shirt open with the taco meat.
Whoa. Okay.
That's Uncle
That's
Raj.
You know
Raj.
those memes? And they were saying
With the hat.
you have to have the certain type of sandals.
Oh my goodness.
And if you don't have
I don't
these
want you in
type of
front of my
sandals-
It was those sandals. And it was those sandals. You do not wear those sandals, do you? What sandals did you wear when you went on your boat?
Put a
What
disclaimer
sandals
on
did
this
you
show.
wear when you
Put a
went on your
disclaimer
boat?
on this show, okay? That's not right. I don't wear no damn
Okay,
sandals.
Boomer Esiason's top 5 wide receivers.
Uncle Raj.
Number 1, Antonio Brown. Uncle Raj wasn't on this, okay. Antonio Brown. Julio Jones, number 2.
That's my dog.
Dez Bryant at number 3. 4, Julian Edelman. Man, what a season already. Demaryius Thomas, number 5. We're going to start with Byron because Byron's whole wide receiver controversy. Byron, out of this list, who makes your top 5, and do you agree with it?
Well, first of all, this list is skewed, as we all know.
Yeah, because Dez Bryant is out.
Hurt,
Of course, it's a Cowboy casualty. That's why you're
Jordy Nelson is hurt, so he couldn't be included. Oh. So it kind of takes, it's a little diluted.
He was one of my preseason.
Exactly,
Jordy Nelson
because Jordy Nelson is very underrated. He's probably was around 5 for me. But I'm going to start with the guy, the receiver formerly known as Megatron. Unfortunately, it seems like he's starting to not necessarily be done, but not be what he once was. And Calvin Johnson is still elite. I wish the Ravens would somehow find a way to get him. But he's just not that elite receiver. There was a time when he was no question the best receiver. But it seems those days may be coming to an end. 4, Demaryius Thomas, part of the 88 club. Gets it done. Got it done with Tebow. Got it done with Peyton Manning. And he just be getting better every year. No complaints. He was a beast at Georgia Tech, went to the same school as Calvin Johnson, and they breed receivers. Number 3, top 3 gets tough, but I said A.J. Green just because he is a monster. And one thing I love about A.J. Green, he's a workout warrior, and he doesn't talk much off the field. He doesn't trash talk. Kind of reminds me of Marvin Harrison. Just does his job, gets it done, and when it's winning time, you can throw the ball to him, even with Richie Cunningham and Andy Dalton. And number 2, it's tough. I say Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is, if we're just going on catching the football, he gets about 120 catches every year. He's just unguardable. He's the man, and I admire his work ethic as well. And number 1, Cavante's guy. I like him a lot. Julio Jones, he's big, fast, strong. He can do it all. And this year he's really showing that the Falcons are a potential threat, and they may make this run in the playoffs. If they can somehow get a home field advantage, look out.
Okay, moving along. That was good. Go ahead, Byron.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Yo, but Dez will be back.
Okay.
You have to ruin everything you just spoke about.
Is it cool if I go next?
You can go next. I actually was going to you.
I like going after Byron. We don't have any beef with your. I don't have any beef with your top 5.
Dang,
who was your 5th?
I wanted this beef.
Calvin Johnson.
Right.
Just because of right now at the moment.
The only thing I disagree with you is
beef? I wanted
instead
beef.
of putting Calvin Johnson there, I put Larry Fitzgerald because Larry Fitzgerald is turning ahead of time. He's
Yeah,
leading the league in touchdowns.
No Steve Smith?
That's tough. Steve Smith is an honorable mention because he is balling, man. He is leaving it out there. He's throwing up on the field, coming back. He's leaving out.
The question is is he going to be burnt out after this week?
Where do you put AJ Green?
AJ Green is. I agree with everything else with Byron said. Demaryius Thomas 4, AJ Green 3, Antonio Brown 2, and my dog number 1.
All right, new guy.
Number 5, I probably shout everybody. I put Odell Beckham. He's great.
I can't argue that.
Out there in New York. I mean, I don't have any problems with Calvin Johnson, but he's a special receiver. He's young, and he's just going to get better. Number 4, 3-1, is pretty much the same. Demaryius Thomas, he's doing great out there. A.J. Green, Antonio Brown, and then finally, how can you argue with Julio Jones?
Because that's my dog.
No Amari Cooper in this list or an honorable mention?
He's on his way. He's on his way.
The young receivers, I feel like they need their own group. So the Odell Beckhams, the Mike Evans, Calvin Benjamin when he's healthy. You have Amari Cooper now. Those guys, they need their own list. They're great in their own right.
What about a list of guys you can include that have been hurt? I mean, you spoke about Jordy Nelson, you talked about Dez Bryant, but I mean, we got to also talk about some other guys that could easily get into this. Victor Cruz, if he was healthy.
I don't know. He hasn't played football in a long time.
That's the question. Like,
he ain't
what
played
is
football in
going
a
on?
long
And when
time.
will he play? But
I don't know. I don't know about that one. But besides him, I don't really see.
But
No
it's a
Gronkowski?
great group of young
Nobody
receivers.
Nobody picked
He's
Rob?
not
He's
a
not
receiver.
a receiver. You know my opinion. He's the best
tight
player
end.
in football. But
I mean, he dang near does everything. Might as well put him in this conversation.
Now, if you want to say
him and
pass
Jimmy
catchers,
Graham are their own category as well.
it's Robert Gronkowski, Jimmy Graham, everybody else.
Maybe Travis
depends
Kelce.
on how
maybe
you wanna-
Travis Kelsey's moving up,
Yeah,
but
so it's like it's just
tight
them
ends,
three.
wide
It's a
receivers.
nice-
Greg Olsen.
Tight ends and wide receivers that blend. Okay. You're doing your thing. Roger.
All right. My top 5 receivers. I'm going to put Steve Smith at number 5.
Okay.
He's been doing his thing. He's going to continue to get the ball because he's the only option. It seems like in Baltimore.
Rashad Perriman.
Yeah, he's not coming back no time soon.
Maybe week 5.
I don't know. He got hurt. He got
again?
hurt. Yeah, you didn't see when he got hurt. He got. I know. Give him a tissue real quick.
Come back,
Dang,
Byron. Byron, come back, baby.
The Cowboys
He had to leave the
suck,
room.
and he
Come
go-
back.
Oh, come back. Don't be a casualty.
Wow.
We can do this. The show must go on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, anyways. AJ Green is my fourth guy.
Okay, he's back.
Oh, he's back now?
Are you coming back?
No.
Are you gonna sit down?
Is it okay?
Come on.
No, it's going to be all right,
Okay,
man.
all right,
I'm going to give you a hug after the show, okay?
Ooh,
All
love.
right. Yeah, it's a lot of
Brotherly.
love. Brotherly love. Yeah.
Do he need some faith like the Pope?
He might
Pope
need
needs to come to
some.
Baltimore, maybe.
He might need to, but yeah. Anyway, AJ Green is my fourth guy. He's gotten a lot better. I mean, he just give him the ball. He just runs and catches. And
Give him the ball.
He does what a wide receiver does. He just
that's what a
does
wide
it.
receiver's supposed to do.
No, you're not. No, you
does.
That's what he does.
Come on,
That's all
no,
he
you're not
does.
playing your position. Wait a minute. He's playing his position.
He's
actually
been
caught
great.
the ball. He's actually
been
running after he
great
catches the
in
ball.
his position.
And he
Hey,
makes.
can somebody look at how many yards he gets after the catch? Somebody.
Whoa.
Yeah. Somebody look that up.
He makes a living.
Somebody
he
look
makes a
that
living
up.
off his
Please.
yacht.
Please.
Andy Dalton is
Thank
loving that guy. Loving that guy. But anyways, my third.
Happy days.
Happy days. My third guy. This is a tough one though. My third guy is actually Julio Jones.
You get out.
That's not your dog on his
It's
list.
not my dog on my list.
Get
but
out.
I love him. I love him though. I love him. He's great. He's awesome. He's been everything to the Falcons this year. Roddy White has not been that guy. He's getting a little older.
Yeah, that's the question. If they can somehow contain Julio, who else do they throw to?
A lot of people take Julian Edelman out of their list.
He's an honorable mention. He's an honorable mention.
That's what I was saying. I immediately
Because he
scratched him
played for
out
the
when I
Patriots. That's why. And Tom Brady makes him look great. That's why.
It might be the system, just like Wes Walker, but I mean, he does play tough. He's
He
physical.
does.
Because Cam Chancellor knocked that
And
behind
he kept
out.
running, and
and
they
World
went
Cup.
right to a Super Bowl.
I mean, when we talk about top
I
five,
thought
just
he
don't
was
think
dead.
of.
I
just
thought
think
he
of
was
Edelman.
dead. I was like, dang,
He was
got up.
woozy. He was definitely woozy.
Now my second guy, y'all might not. Y'all probably won't like it, but I don't really care.
I already don't like it because Julio Jones is
I know,
number one.
I know
so-
it's not your boy. I know it's not your boy. But my second guy actually is Randall Cobb. Of all people, I did not think he would be able to step up when
he's
Jordy Nelson
balling.
went down. But he is showing that he's a number one potential.
He was big
and
last week.
he was huge. He was huge last week. And I think he's going to continue to ball out for the rest of the season. Shout out to him and Aaron Rodgers, that great quarterback that he is.
Can you pick number one?
And number
You
one,
have to close your eyes.
number
Let that
yeah, I
creep
had
creep.
to. I had to. Number one is the guy that's going to burn the Ravens on Thursday, Antonio Brown. He's going to go completely nuts. Even if Ben Roethlisberger's not there, he's the number one guy in the NFL. He's the number one receiver. He's gonna do wonders for the rest of his career. Shout outs to him. He's great.
Dre, you round out the game. Let's do it.
So
Why do you have to smile? Every just looks like you really about to do some creepy stuff every time you come to the mic. So
you're supposed to actually smile when you're on mic. Oh my goodness. But Cavante's going to be
can I throw
upset
you
at
in the
my list.
rain? Just go.
Cavante's going to be upset at my list, but oh well. Number 5.
Julio's gonna be number 5.
Julio's anything other than number one, I'm going to be upset. Like, go away.
AJ Green is my number 5.
Okay.
He showed me something. against the
220
Ravens.
The
yards.
Raven Killer. That's what I'm gonna call him.
What have I been? I've been calling that since
They
last
had
year.
no type of
The
double
last
coverage for
three
this
times,
man.
They had nothing for
Hail
him.
Mary, the shake and bake, and this year with the just 3
The break
touchdowns.
and
Yeah.
break
200 yards
This
receiving.
dude spin on it. Spin. Literally did a
It
spin.
made 2 players run into each other, which is ridiculous.
Always at
Crazy.
the end of the game. Always.
Number 4, I gotta go with Odell Beckham. That boy is balling right
Yeah.
now.
And you know he's getting the ball, and they still get it to him.
I mean, we haven't seen a rookie wide receiver do this since Randy Moss. So
Literally.
he,
Yeah, the
he
young
deserves it.
receivers are taking over.
Ooh, got an idea. Maybe we have to take it back to the best retired wide receivers. Next show.
That's wild.
It can
Wow.
be. Hey, if y'all want to,
That's
I don't mind.
But
Randy
Right.
Moss.
I like turning back the hands of time.
let's
Santana Moss.
let's finish this Santana Moss. Really.
You darn right.
Santana Moss.
Please have several.
Okay, you lost everybody.
them.
Go ahead.
All right,
I
I'm
like
gonna finish. I'm gonna finish.
Okay, fine.
Number
Tony Gonzalez.
number 3 is it's a tight end.
I know, but I like him in that. All right, go. Anyway.
Number 3 is Julio Jones.
Ooh, you picked
Yeah, and Roger, go away. 3?
Number
You
Go
might
away.
give him 4 or 5.
Go away.
because
You picked Julian Edelman as number 2.
I
I
swear
said-
for Lord, if you picked you picked your Edelman. Jay's no longer on the show. I don't care what he executive produced.
I'm laughing because he was like somebody's
We're gonna
from
take
the back
applications
end.
if he
Like
does that.
He was ready. He was like, hold up.
We're gonna put it on Craigslist.
do
If you're
that.
looking for a job on radio,
Nah, me and
Indeed.com.
Me and Gravante agreed. He don't even belong on the top 5.
Yeah,
Nowhere
Number
near.
2 is Antonio Brown. And my number 1.
Oh, you okay? I know you.
I gotta throw it out, baby.
you.
I know he's hurt, but wait till he comes back. In his drawers, he was out there. He was out there. He was
He had veins popping, all types of stuff
the
going on.
cheerleader, the Dallas Cowboys, the emotion, the new playmaker, the new 88. As Michael Irvin says, that's my son. Man, when you talk about a wide receiver in the league, somebody who's doing it,
Play the violin for me.
and
No,
it was, and the thing was,
play.
it was a catch.
It wasn't a catch.
It was a catch.
Speaking of,
And
now he can preach.
wait till
Preach, my brother.
Hey, we all on a Christian station now.
wait till he comes back. I'm telling you, Des Bryant is going to be motivated. He wants to win a Super Bowl championship. Des Bryant,
What team
throw up
and
the X, number
and
one.
what season? This is not going down. Come on, man, get off. But I picked the Cowboys this week.
Hey, AJ Green, 6 yards. The yak yards
6 yards
after a catch.
Okay, that's not bad.
Averaging about 6 yards after a catch.
Who's top leader after the catch? Did you find one?
He's 4th right now, but
Who's number 1?
I don't have that as of yet. You asked for AJ Green.
Okay, I thought it was
One at a time.
It
compiled
actually
list.
took me a minute to find that.
Okay, we can save that. But next week, top 5. Next week, okay. Next week, top 5 wide receivers retired.
I want to do that.
That will be interesting.
Okay.
The building's not falling. Everybody's okay.
Because you picked the Cowboys. That's why.
Oh my God! Listen, me and you have
Cowboys.
to have a discussion when this game on because I'm trying to do the right thing and pick the Cowboys. Isn't that the right thing to do? Pick the Cowboys. I'm trying. Anyways,
thing to do.
unless you have anything else to add to this conversation that's really, truly real, the show's over, people.
You know what, Byron? I owe you that hug, man. It's gonna be okay.
Oh,
It's gonna be all right, brother.
you big.
I really didn't know about Perryman getting hurt.
I know. I had to break the news to you.
Because I just stopped paying attention to the Ravens. I was just like,
Brother,
okay.
this is great.
Yes, it is.
But we're gonna end the show. Social media pages. These people want to keep up with you. So Roger, quick, social medias, everybody.
Facebook, Roger Lee Herring. Instagram, Herring Moore. Please follow me. I'm that guy.
Yes. We wanted to say.
Oh,
You get a game ball.
Uh-oh. Right on cue.
You get a
we-
game ball.
we-
I got birthday balloons and a card.
We wanted to say.
Right on time.
Yes, we wanted to say happy birthday to
Happy birthday.
My man Dollars.
Right on time.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Producer of the year. There you
Oh,
go.
this is cute. One of them is actually pink. Ironically, my favorite color is pink. People. You've never
Every
thought
girl's
it.
favorite
Happy
color.
birthday!
It is good.
It is good.
FYI, every girl's favorite
A
color is pink.
tomboy, but when it comes to me, people think otherwise.
I'll just say
Tomboys
thank
are
you
good.
and keep it moving.
Thanks, guys. Hugs.
All right.
Wait a minute, we can do the Martin.
Damn, Gina. Anyways, okay. Go ahead. Social media. Finish.
Roger Lee Herring, Facebook, and Instagram, Herring Moore. Follow me.
Is it money? Is
I am that guy to follow. Yes, I am. The guy with the white hat on. Check it out.
Follow you, Uncle Raj. Follow Uncle Raj. Anyways, Byron. Oh, yeah, Byron.
At BKD_TV. Snapchat at BKD_1. Website BKD-TV.net.
Corey, the new guy. Did you have fun?
Yes, I
You wasn't.
did.
You not behind the scenes, but you were in front of the camera. Not in front of the camera, but in front of the mic this week.
Rather than Mike.
Have fun.
It was very nice. I loved it.
Next time, you just gotta join in. These guys are crazy.
I
Don't
will.
say these guys.
Well, my friends brought me a card. Oh, I could kiss you all.
So
Anyways,
emotional.
go ahead. I'm a girl. What's your social media?
Facebook, you can go to Corey Matthews, Instagram, Corey_Matthews. And
Matthews, another one.
yeah.
Corey.
Corey.
Come on, take that.
Revante.
Twitter, Crevonte Hurd, CREVONTEHURDE, same as Facebook. And Instagram, Crevonte_H.
Dre.
Twitter, be more and show off.
Hey, man, that's a nice Twitter name.
Shut
man.
up.
you,
Can you just let him finish?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, no problem.
IG is Black American Dream, and Facebook is Andre Melton.
Those are all good names.
I appreciate it.
And
man.
how could I don't even know why I didn't think of this. Yak Yards. Julio Jones.
Okay.
Your guy, right?
He leads.
That's your dog, right?
That's my dog.
Anywho, my card's green. Anyways, Mykel Ramos on Facebook. That's MYKELL. On Instagram, Mykel Sade, MYKELLSADE. One word. And snaps. I'm pretty sure y'all have snaps too. But anyways, let's go. Yes, October 27th. This is the push. This is the month of the push because we're gonna let you guys know about this event until you just show up. So, Burnland Bar and Grill, Sports Bar and Grill, located at 6319 Bel Air Road for the Flex Zone live broadcast as we kick off the NBA 2015-2016 season starting at 8 p.m. And don't worry, we'll have some football in that too. We want to thank the Sports Bar and Grill for letting us do what we have to do. And this will be a great show.
Chicken and waffles on deck, baby.
Oh, man, them things were so fluffy, couldn't even get through to them. Come get your drink on, get your wing on. Bring a date or two. But you're going to listen to the Flex Zone regardless. What else we got? We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Don't forget to like us on our Facebook page, The Flex Zone. Follow us on Twitter and follow us on Instagram at The Flex Zone 1. Check out our YouTube channel, The Flex Zone. If you have any questions, ideas, or possibly want to be a guest, yes, come be a guest. We want to talk to you. You can always send us an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. Tonight's show is executively produced by Andre Melton, engineered by Richard Good. Our associate producers are moi and Crivante Hurt. Our intern, Matthews.
Corey.
The Flex Zone can be heard on SoundCloud, iTunes, Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the Arena Sports Network at www.arenasportsnet.com, as well as our new station, Positive Power 21. I'm positively positive.
Feel the power.
Not like that.
So ugly.
Which can be heard by
you gotta watch WWE.
Which can be going, which you can hear it.
And you too shall be healed.
You're messing me up. Which can be heard by going to www.positivepower21.org. Global Christian Radio, powered by Spreaker Radio, and can be heard Wednesdays between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. Go, Dre. You better use that advertisement. We're still waiting on Chick-fil-A, okay? Chick-fil-A is your spot. We're still waiting on Chick-fil-A. Okay. Additionally, you can catch us on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WEAA 88.9 FM. I missed last week. How did it go?
Oh man, it was crazy actually. Yeah.
Trust me. Did
you miss me?
I said something off the wall to Sean, so it's gonna really be crazy this week.
I've been on it. Dre's been on it. Cafonte's been on it. Byron's been on it. Everybody's been on it. I've hosted it. Yes, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. NWA Sports Report with Sean Yost. We'd like to thank everyone for being a part of it. I love you guys. Friends are for keeps. Card. As always, until next time, continue to listen to the Flex Zone. As always, like we say every day, peace. Bye.
Like that.
It's over.
We gone.